So now we are recording.
Can you adjust the camera?
If I get out and adjust it.
No, but right now it's going to see this.
This is what it's going to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Did you wave to it and say good morning and all that?
Hey guys.
Being recorded, so. All right.
Whiskey's up, double altimeter 3025.
Okay, so that's on. If you watch while we're flying, you can look over my shoulder and look at the altitude right here.
Okay.
And then you can see our ground speed.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to keep track of it, I'll give you a little lesson while we're doing this, okay? Let me run up my engine and check my magnetos. Okay, magnetos are good. All right, check everything. Control, ignition, we just did. Temperature, traffic. Temperature is 138. Traffic.
I hate to ask you this, but what would happen if something happened to you?
You know, that's a great question.
This brings it down.
Yeah, but
this brings it up.
You know what? Let's hope that if anything happens, it's after I give you a quick lesson.
Okay. I hate
but
to
you know,
ask.
That's a great question. Actually, the plane wants to fly. Okay. And
Hello, ground. Good morning. Stationary 959 Juliet Tango is with you. Southeast with whiskey, ready to taxi 22.
Stationary 959 Juliet Tango, double get server, runway 22, taxi off 1.
Okay, I gotta let them know we're ready. Somebody's taxiing. I gotta get out ahead of them.
Okay.
Double Eagle Tower, Trike 364 is holding short at Alpha 1 for a 22 departure to the northwest.
Trike 364, double guitar, 1 course trip, runway 22, clear for takeoff, wind calm.
Roger, 364, departing runway 22. All right, your helmet on?
Yep.
Locked in?
Stationary Juliet, oh, okay, I see you're going that way now, guys.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go.
Woo!
That was a gentle one. So how'd you like that? Was that good?
Glad I wore the wool socks.
How about your hands?
Fine.
You know, mine aren't too cold. I was thinking that they were going to get cold, and I have gloves back over in here, but I don't think I need them. How's your feet? Your knee okay? Everything okay?
Everything's hanging right now. Knees okay.
Good. So your leg fits okay on there?
Say what?
Your leg fits okay?
Yeah, it wiggles a little bit down there because those foot pads move around a bit.
Yeah, that's how I steer.
As long as I can get my, okay.
That's how I steer when I'm on the ground.
I see, okay.
But other than that, they don't mean anything up here.
Okay.
So if you want to move them to get comfortable with your leg or something, you know, turn it more one way or the other, you're welcome to do that.
With my knee, as long as I keep it pushing out, I'm good. If it pushes in, it puts pressure on that MCL. That's not a good thing. So relaxed or out is good. I'm good right now.
Good.
So we're heading to that escarpment in front of us there.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So what's our elevation, our altitude above ground right now?
Right now, we're at about 700 feet.
Okay. So about 6,500 above sea level?
Yes, exactly. And you see those white lines out there? Straight out by the mountain?
Yeah. Those are wind towers?
Windmills, yeah.
Okay. Boy, we were in California last week. We drove through, on the way to Bakersfield, heading towards the coast.
Palm Beach?
No, this was between Barstow and Bakersfield. A wind farm that went as far as you could see.
Yeah.
I've never, thousands of towers. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I saw that they just gave approval to New England to start allowing them to put windmills in the ocean 3 miles out, so they can start generating electricity.
Well, Kennedy fought that while he was alive. He didn't want to see that stuff out there. Now that he's gone, I imagine that it got easier to push that through.
Probably. Now let me explain a few things to you so you can understand. We're on a pendulum here.
Okay.
Total Tower, Station Air 959, Juliet Tango is holding short of 22 at Alpha 1, ready for departure VFR to the west.
To the left.
Station Air 959, Juliet Tango, double on course, crude room, winds calm, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Over takeoff, runway 22 with an on-course turn. Copy the winds, 959, Juliet Tango.
So, the tower's going to call me here in a minute, and he's going to let me off the frequency. He's going to release me from the control area.
Okay.
But
Try 364 for exchange approved.
Roger, 364, frequency change approved. So, we're on this pendulum. Now I can turn that volume down. We're on a pendulum. There's your thermals.
Yep. As we get closer to the escarpment.
Yeah. So, we're on a pendulum, and the way we turn is by weight shift. So as we're flying, if I move my, well, you know how when you drive your car, you put your hand on the bottom of the wheel, and you turn to the left, you move it to the left, it turns to the right?
Yeah.
That's what we have here. It's sort of the same way.
Gotcha.
And what we do is, when we're flying, if I want to turn to the left, then I push out to the right and watch. See that?
Yep.
Just a little bit of a push to the right, a little bit push to the left, and that's how it flies. Unlike an airplane, when you're in an airplane, an airplane has throttle, and you sort of leave the throttle the way it is until you're landing, or if you want to climb, you can give it more throttle. So it's a little different here. For us to climb, what I have to do, and if you watch the horizon against this bar here someplace, watch what happens when I throttle up. See us climbing?
Right.
That's how we climb. We don't use
I see.
to do that. We use the throttle to climb because it's only a 3-axis airplane. Where an airplane, a regular airplane, has 4 axes. We only have 3. We don't have rudders in the back.
Right.
So everything is done by the 3-axis, and so you just, you work with the aerodynamics of the plane. Now, when we want to descend, it's the same thing. You just let off on it, and the nose will come down.
I see. So it's not lifting the wing up or down that does it, it's the throttle.
Yes, yeah. By most count, it's the throttle. But when you're landing, you do want to be able to move that wing up.
To flare it?
Yeah, exactly. To flare it and to fly, without stalling. The wing will stall, but to have a stall, it really goes like this.
Huh.
That's all it does. The nose will drop, but it'll feel a little bit like that. Now, you'll notice as I'm flying, I have a 7-to-1 glide ratio. So if my engine quit here, I've got all that out in front of me from where that the ground, I mean where those trees are and stuff next to the lines to land in. I can land over on the side here. I've got lots of room to land. And as part of an instructor, I teach my students, you don't fly anywhere you can't land.
Right.
Again, altitude.
Always be aware of where you want to put it down.
Yeah.
Now I see you got some electric towers right below us.
Yeah, the telephone line?
Telephone line. So that's the kind of stuff you got to be aware of and avoid, right?
Right. You know, not only do we look out for airplanes and stuff, we want to make sure that we're flying in an area that is safe to land.
Right.
Now, the FAA says that I can fly up to 10,000 feet.
Holy, 10,000 above sea level or above the ground?
It's called MSL, above sea level. So I can go up to 10,000 feet here. But let's say if I wanted to go over the Sandias, that Sandias are 10,000 feet. So for me to fly over that, the FAA says that it's okay for me to be above the highest obstacle by 2,000 feet. So if I need to clear that, fly over that Sandia Mountain,
right,
then I can be at 12,000 feet.
Have you done that before?
Yes. But I like to, rather than trying to fly over it and struggle to climb and climb and climb, you know, because it's only 65 horsepower.
Right.
What I like to do is fly around the side, around the back, over Placitas.
Over my house, probably.
Yeah.
So we're doing about 65
mile an hour?
Mile an hour?
No. Right now, our airspeed, if you look, I don't know if you can see it. It says 45 over here.
39. That's what I'm saying.
All right, 39's is knots, but down on the bottom here, over on, it says 45.
Okay.
That's our airspeed.
Okay.
You know the difference between airspeed and ground speed?
No.
Okay, good. So you're making my trip, my tour easy, because I get to talk a lot. The difference between airspeed and ground speed is that when we're in the air, we have wind coming at us. We have wind from the side. We may have no wind at all. We may have wind from the back.
Right.
So for purposes of navigation, the wind around us is, we're flying around in a pocket. And our airspeed is 45 mile an hour around us.
Okay.
But if the wind is coming at us, it's going to slow us down. And the way we know it's slowing us down is because you look at our ground speed, and we're traveling across the ground slower than we really are in the air.
So how do you measure the ground speed? What instrument does that?
GPS.
Okay, so it's looking at, so what's our ground speed?
Right now our ground speed is 37 knots, which is about 40
miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
A knot is 1.1 mile an hour.
Okay.
So we're doing about 44, about the same as what we've got in airspeed. So we don't have much of a wind, and that's why it's nice and smooth here. Now I'm sort of descending, which is part of what we're going to do here.
Okay.
And I've slowed the Trike down. My RPMs are like 4,500 RPM, so we're not burning much fuel at all, and as long
just coasting.
Yeah, sort of just coasting.
Is that the Rio Puerco over there to the left?
Yes.
Any water in that?
There is. Well,
wow.
There was yesterday.
So you could take this all the way out to Cave Zone if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I've been up there quite a few times. And that's gorgeous up there.
Yeah.
But it's 45 miles, you know, it takes us an hour and a half or almost 2 hours to fly up there.
So what's the range on this with just you?
200 miles.
Okay.
Just me with a full tank of gas. But I don't like to fly that many miles. It wears on you.
Okay.
And the thing with this is an early morning trike. You know, it's an early morning or late in the afternoon vehicle because of these bumps and stuff.
Right.
When I'm going to climb up so we can get out of these bumps. We have a timeline that we can fly within. Otherwise, it gets real bumpy and uncomfortable.
Right.
So, for us, the earlier we fly, the better.
Less time the ground has to heat up.
Yeah,
Heat the air.
exactly. Exactly. So that's part of the, in fact, I can feel the heat change right now on my hands. It's got warmer over here than it was
When you
back
took off.
over there.
Right, right.
So, and anytime it gets bumpy, we just climb up and we get out of those bumps. But for you, I want to, you know, and for me too, I don't like the bumps that much, but it's really a different kind of a thing when we're low, you know. But I guess right now we're about 300 feet.
So whose land is this, Jim? Is this BLM?
I think so.
I see roads
Yeah.
kind of off to the right down there, and I'm going, how
Through-
do you get out here?
Oh, there's roads. There's a, you know where Route 66 is? That's Route
Yeah.
66 there.
Okay.
There's a road that's right, you know where that Laguna Burger place is?
Yeah.
There's a road right there that'll bring you right back out here. You know, they filmed the,
This looks like where they filmed Breaking Bad
yeah,
through here.
yep, and they also filmed the Lone Ranger right out over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And a couple of Johnny Depp movies they filmed out here.
Oh, yeah, you can see the Puerco definitely has some water in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to see.
I saw it last year, and it was just, it must have been just a freak nature storm or something, but this Puerco was running about halfway up that ridge.
Oh, wow.
There was so much water in it.
Well, I imagine when we get a good storm up in the Haymans,
Yeah.
it'll come flying down there.
Look at this here.
Yeah. Little pond over there. Now, who's been tearing this up? Or is that just... Huh.
I guess they probably did some excavating or did some gravel or something out over here. Look at the cows, the baby cows.